Yes. Mhm. 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 Okay. See if that's it. Mhm. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna wait a few minutes because I forgot that we were gonna be on a time change, and I didn't really talk about that yesterday. But welcome to Sunday Spirit Talk. Oh my God! I woke up and I clicked the TV on real quick, just for noise. And normally I watch Dr. Quinn or something, but I already saw this particular episode. And so it was the hoarding show came on. Wow. There's a difference between collecting something and then if you're hoarding something. And my experience to checking in, why would a soul hoard especially when you do spiral light. Hey, good morning, good morning. If you're checking in for the morning read, and we're going to do some writing, adding on to our manifestation. So this is going to be a good session. So all of us can be in here and have a good connection. I felt really bad yesterday how um, Instagram was, the energy wasn't holding so people could be on there and people were getting bumped off. So, but anyway, the hoarding thing, I'm going to tell you this from a spiritual point of view, what it is. Now, if you go back through a mother father cell and you're trying to understand why somebody hoards, why do they have to keep everything? If you go back to the time of Holocaust, if you go back to the time of recession and where you had to hold on to everything because you didn't know when you were going to get it next or have it next, this is where that energy starts from. So in the mother father cells, because everything that I deal with in a spiral light is cellular, okay, it's a cellular thing, cellular memory stuck in there, pattern. That's where you have to go to fix that. Just watching that hoarding show for the first 45 minutes, even though they compress it into how many days they've been going back and forth to the person's house, was all about negotiating with their pattern. Now, going into the fifth dimension, as we elevate into that energy, a lot of patterns like that will not sustain. They won't make it into that energy. There's going to be a lot of changes for pattern energy like that. And I have to call it pattern energy like that because that's exactly what it is. It's a pattern energy. And it's a mother father cell pattern in the mindset that creates that energy. To live in filth, to live in dirtiness. This episode was so shocking to me. She had 2 bathrooms in her mobile home that she was living in that were not functionable. So she was literally wearing a TENS, taking it off, and putting it in the bathtub with feces on it. And then the rats were in there pooping all over the place. But she didn't want to kill the rats, but didn't want the rats in there. But then she was a germaphobe. And then her body was breaking down. So I would want to get her out of there for safety because she had weeping legs, sores, ulcers on her legs, where she was trying to take care of it. She had extreme edematous through her lower body, through her legs, having a problem walking. And I'm like, holy crap, really? So I would have, I'm sorry, this might sound mean, but as to protect her and to help her, somebody would have got a medical, I don't know, guidance out of there. Straight to a wellness center, straight to a hospital. Then the crew should have came in and family should have just came in and just took everything out of there that was harmful to her. Then she has to go into 2 to 3 months therapy away from the house to break the pattern. That's what has to happen. You can't keep someone in a home thinking that you're working with their mindset to help them get over it so that you can keep negotiating with them on what they want to keep or not keep. That's the whole problem why they're in the situation that they're in, because they cannot make a decision to let go of something. And most people who can't let go of things, they hold on to everything. They hold on emotionally. They hold on to how they were treated. They hold on to everything is emotional for them. They hold on to everything. They can never let go, which is why they have the pattern that they have. So that would have been, the best thing to do for her well-being. Take her out of that situation, immediately put her in a wellness center where she can get the medical help that she needs. And then everything that's in that house, take it all out. No more negotiating. If that would have been me, I would have been like, okay, you know what? We already talked. You're going around in a circle. Done. Off to the hospital you go. We're going to get you better. You're going to be in therapy for 3 to 4 months at least, breaking the ties with this home, cleaning it up for your safety, and then we'll bring you back. And that's something I've never seen anybody do on any of these shows. They broadcast these shows like they're helping someone, but not breaking the pattern, because you'll come back in about 3 weeks and it'll start all over again because you never went in and broke the pattern. And why are we talking about patterns? Because patterns, if you keep repeating a certain pattern and you don't address it, it stays there. It just stays in that pattern. And some of us are living generational patterns. We're living ancestral patterns. We're living the mother, father, cells pattern. Why do I keep saying mother, father, cell? Because remember, when you are created, your mother gave you a certain amount of her cells, and your father gave you a certain amount of his cells. So when you look at cellular patterns, who have what? What if your mother was an extreme worry person? Okay, she just gave you that. What if your father was constantly worried about failure? Okay, they gave you that. What if your mother was a cleaning person that has to clean everything every time? She could never sit down and relax. Nothing ever looked clean to her. Okay, you got an extreme as one that's going to be a hoarder behavior, or one that's going to be an extreme as cleaner that can't stop cleaning, always have to clean. Okay, that person gave you that gene. See how that worked? And then when you're born, you have the mother, father cells of their stuff you're carrying. That's why Spiral Light is so good for this. So, welcome to Sunday Read. I see I have 2 people. If you want a reading where you get your cards turned over, 2 to 3 cards as a message to set up your week, you have to type in. Usually people that don't type in are people who are just sitting here watching. Welcome. It's early in the morning. I had a wonderful time. I'm going to wait a few more minutes just in case people were oversleeping, because we did a lot of good work yesterday with this. Had a good time down in Sacramento, downtown Sacramento. Haven't been down there since last year. And there were so many people out. Oh my gosh. A lot of people out there. Sensory overload. There's a lot of sensory. I figure when I stay out long enough, if the person is someone that's not an interesting person, they'll pop off. So good. Bye. Um, so a lot of sensory overload. But it was a really good day. I got to pick up my belated birthday gift. So this is one of my gifts. This is gorgeous. Hey, Christine. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to start in a few minutes. I'm just letting people get in here. So this was, look at this, copper beads and copper underneath. This is called Light the Light by Michelle Hood. Light the Light. Look how beautiful that is. So this is one of those Oregon amethyst and black tourmaline and copper. So these are really good for energy and working with protecting your space from EMFs. So I love that. Then I had this, the Isis Oracle cards. These are really good if you like to do certain kind of rituals, healing rituals. This has a whole set with it. Anything that comes by Alana Fairchild has rituals in it. So these are really good. And Alana Fairchild is the same lady that put this set out. She's the same lady that put this one out. And she's the same lady, kind of get my point, that put this one out. Oops. Now, am I hoarding? No, I collect, but they are organized and they're in a container. That's not going to prevent me from going to the bathroom. That's not going to prevent me from going to a kitchen and I'm stepping all over stuff. No, that will not happen. Never. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to look at the energy of the world, and then I'm going to look at the energy for California. So earlier in the twilight, I got a message from California. Now, the energy I heard about in a state above us in Oregon, there's a lot of rioting going on. And the governor of that state is telling the police officers to stand down, not letting them do their job to get the rioting under control. See the corruption? Then I saw in this dream vision guns, tons of guns coming into California, rioting starting for no reason, being locked down on a curfew to protect us and to make it safe because there's going to be fighting in California. And it was like I was above and I could see the energy of what was being done, and it was being orchestrated. Okay. So I'm kind of curious to see what the energy is going to be like, to see how the energy is going to lay out this week. This week, we're in the third week. We're in third week of this month. So we should start seeing some acceleration, So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to look at the world. And I'm just showing and mixing up. And then we're going to go into our writing. So here's the thing about the next part of the writing. You're going to get a card, and that depends on who's in here. We'll get a card. Everybody knows to come over here. I left the type in how to get over here. But yeah, the Isis oracles are really neat. I'm just waking up with my hot water and lemon. Gets the lymphatic system going, breaks up congestion, especially because we're going into allergy season. Put a little bit of lime or lemon in there and a little bit of honey. Gets the body going. Love it. I just had a fantastic time yesterday. Was well taken care of, nourished. It was really, really nice. It was beautiful. Just being in the moment. All right, here we go. First card. What is the message of the world? Energy. Sunday morning. Time's going by so fast. Ooh. Okay, this one just jumped out. They jump out, just take it. Had a lot of jumping cards yesterday. I had a wonderful read. Yeah. I'm still tripping off of that hoarding. Can't believe that. And there's a weather cold front coming in. I think Shasta got hit pretty hard. They got hit with 7 to 12 inches of snow. I was going to go up there. Not going to do it now. All right, let's see what's going on. First card. We got transformation, which is that sacred number 13. That's good. Ooh, an adventure, 555. Yeah, it's going to be an adventure. What are our darkest fears? What's going to come up? It's going to be emotions, and this is dealing with the Black Moonstone. I love Black Moonstone. We got emotions going on. The center card. We got Soul Song again. This came up yesterday. And then we got sensitivity. Lady Nadia, rhodochrosite. I love working with that stone. It's a very good stone to work with when you are dealing with emotions, past emotions of love. It's a good stone to work with. I got a ring like that. Went and got a ring from that shop. Okay. So the soul song and the adventure. The adventure means, what are we moving into? We've been in an adventure for over a year now. And adventure-wise is that energy of where are we going, but we're still dealing with our fears. So don't believe everything that's being said. We're still got to be, aware of that. Don't believe in everything that's said. So say like, that person that's pretending to be a president, he's up there saying, oh yeah, by July 4th, we should be out of this. Remember how many times we've been lied to. We're in the great lie right now. Okay? Remember, they don't care about us. They care about their personal agenda of what they're trying to do and their outcome. And we are the game on the board. How can you get rid of so much in the process of this. If you keep running fear. Fear is the number one thing these things like to use, because they use it in a way to collect what they want. They use it in a way to feed off of your energy. They use it in a way to control the masses. It's fear. If you can put fear around something, you can control people. Think about it. Fear to stand next to someone. Fear if you don't get this. Fear. I'm going to tell you something. If you got this and you have life insurance, if you become ill, they're going to ask you, if you got this, your life insurance not going to cover you. Just came out just a couple days ago. Not going to cover you. But they're not going to tell you that when you go get this, because it's a game. If you got this, you get sick from this, your life insurance isn't going to cover you. It doesn't cover this. Any kind of reaction or whatever from this, it doesn't cover it. Wow. Emotions. I'm going to tell you what the emotions are. The loss, dealing with loss of businesses, dealing with loss of homes. Everyone's in this state of emotions. We're still in this energy. Our soul song, what are we singing to ourselves? Now, how interesting is this? This is a 5 energy lined up underneath this 5. So we got the 555 going on. Okay. The song, the soul song. What is the connection with our soul song? The 21 of the sensitivity is still sensitivity of what we're dealing with energetically. Okay. So world-wise, we're still in it. There's shifting going on, but there's a lot of things behind the scene that we're not seeing or we're not hearing about for a reason. Because when you play chess, you got to play it well. You don't let your other opponent know what your moves are. And sometimes you will toss out false information to throw off your opponent. Okay? Remember what I said. You will throw out false information to throw off your opponent. So this is why it is key for all of us to keep our channels clear so that you get information through your soul star that is connecting you, so that you get that information. You're able to decipher what you're seeing. Okay? Because the narrative that's playing out on your TV tube is not a true story. It's false, and it's to keep you in this. But this is coming to an end because it's a number 9. So something major is getting ready to come down to break this pattern, to break this. You got to get people out of the fear so you can move ahead. Okay? You can't stand in fear. Yesterday, my reading was coming up with warrior, 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 warrior. Everything was warrior, warriorship. I'm in there fighting, warriorship, fearless warriorship. Yeah, I'm in there kicking butt. So we have to keep moving through. So this is where we are energetically as a collective. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. Now we're going to get to California. So here's the deal. If you get that, and even one of the doctors that came out and was talking about it, once you get this, there's no turning back. You can't override it or whatever body-wise. And I'm finding it kind of challenging even with Spiralite to try, because I have someone that I'm working with that did this. And I really, really want to see if there's a way to override the artificialness of it. And I think this is going to be very interesting because I really want to see how a God cellular light overrides DNA strands of light. Now, if you have DNA that's being activated right now that we have not been allowed to use, and a message came through yesterday, after I had a beautiful cup of cacao, okay, made from Peru, not powder form. It came in a big chocolate chunk, and you have to carve the chocolate off to make the cacao drink. And man, that was the best thing I've ever had. Here's where we as the humans have been entrapped. We have to step out of the illusion of who we are and what we have been denied. Listen to what I'm saying. We have to step out of the illusion of who we are and what we have been denied. That's powerful. And I'm going to tell you how they came in. So we were sitting, she was doing a read, and I have this thing when I'm drinking any kind of sacred, like herbal mixture of cacao or something that's made in its herbal, I'm not talking about drug stuff, but plant medicine stuff. And I'm not talking about, I don't do ayahuasca, I don't do peyote stuff. I don't do any of that. That's not my cup of tea. But whenever I get in that space, I start getting the messages. And the way you know someone's getting info and channeling, if they turn their head a certain way because they're listening, or they go off in this way, or they just kind of fade out and then they come back, that's a channeled message. So here's the thing. This message was so intense because of, you have to think about this. I want you to think about this. If we were put in the illusion that we are free, that we are living a life that is good, da 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 da, but you're being fully denied to be your true, authentic God self because you're powerful. And if you were to step into that, then you would wake up from the so-called illusional dream, the matrix, and see it for what it is and realize that you're not free. Okay? That this whole thing that we're in is the great lie, is the great illusion that we are breaking through. And I have to put it this way. Some of us are breaking through because there's others who are very much fearful that will choose to stay asleep, and they do this so they go back to sleep. Okay. So I believe a boxer, Morris is his name, got this, died in 4 hours after he got it. Okay. What is it going to take for people not to follow the storyline that you've been handled? And before I go into this now, we're going to get into California. And the messages that I was getting being in downtown Sacramento, just kind of, feeling the energy, reading the energy, it was very overwhelming. And there's a reason why I don't go down there, because it's overwhelming. Too many people, too many opportunities to hit somebody because they're coming out in these crosswalks. People are riding up on your butt like crazy. Just crazy energy. And it's going to get a little bit more crazier because the frequency energies are increased in these cities that much more. So here's the thing. I saw this, and what I'm about to say, I'm going to say it in a very clear way so that you can follow this and you will understand that, first of all, this whole thing is not our fault. Okay? If you have to pay for this at $110 or $120, they're charging for this to do this, because now all of a sudden, I'm going to tell you something. That whole thing, that false energy that was designed to put us all in lockdown, okay? That energy that was designed is patented. And because it was patented, this is going to piss a lot of people off. You should get mad. How we were hoodwinked. You should get mad. I even said it when I was standing in line waiting to go into one of the shops downtown Sacramento. We had to wait outside because they were controlling how many people can go into the store and put the sanitizing stuff on your hands before you go in, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and I'm standing in a line. I don't have my mask on. I have it right here to wait because I'm not going to give myself hypoxia because I have to walk into the store, but I got to stand in line and put this on my face first. No, I'm not doing that. So the person in front of me, him and his girlfriend, I call it the codependent couple because he was hanging all over her, couldn't stop. He was looking at me as if to say, put your mask up. And I'm like, no, I'm standing in my sovereignty. I am not sick. Period. I'm not sick. That's the illusion. That's the great lie that's been going on. I'm not sick. Do you see what I'm saying? Are you following what I'm saying? I want anyone that's going to be understanding this info to be asking each other, going like this, things that make you go, I'm not sick. This, I'm sorry, I'm not sick. I don't need this. I'm not sick. Follow? Okay. So then the place where I used to work, I saw the clip of my boss where she was on the news, okay, talking about how she's on the brink of losing her business because of the amount of debt. Okay, here's the thing, and this is where I'm going to step in it because I'm a freaking warrior. I almost said it. I want to say it so bad. It's one of my favorite words because I don't care anymore. Because I'm a freaking warrior when it comes to this. Every single Californian person should be pissed to the max. You lost your businesses, losing your homes. You are stuck in an apartment thing and you're going to have to try to figure out how to pay that money off. Here's the bottom line. Here it is. It's not your fault. Put the accountability and the responsibility back on the ones that sat in the office in these little ritual offices in their darkness, how they sat around years ago. Take it back about 8-10 years ago, how they came up with the energy to force it out, patent it, okay, they patent it. And then after they patented it, they wanted it not to be testable. So you can't test it to find out that it's not really real. Okay? They patented it so they can have ownership of it. Then they can make the money off of it. Do you see what I'm saying? The stickers, the plastic thing, the mask, the putting out all the money to entrap people into more loans. If you're going to travel, you have to do this. Some people have done this over 5 or 6 times, getting these nanoparticles up in that sinus cavity. Okay. And here in California, there's the huge plan of keep burning it, so people have to be forced out and moved out of California. And now they've let out so many prisoners out of these prisons. And now borders are open up to allow more to come in. Let me tell you something about the borders. If you think it's about people coming in and they're going to seek refuge here, they're not. They're going to come up missing, harvested. That is the truth. Is what's happening. That's why T did what he did, was trying to save them from doing it, because that's the cycle. How else are they going to get the children to be separated from the parents? Think about it. Think about it. Every person who has ever been ill with cancer, and you had to be subjected to toxic chemicals to take to cure your cancer that was engineered in your body. And now when you do this, it's more engineered now. Okay? More engineered. Get this. The med beds have been around forever. Remember, any technology we get is 10 years, 15, sometimes 10 or 15 years old. We're behind the times. They're already ahead, the 1%ers that get to have all the new stuff. They get to use the med beds. You don't. Think about this. Because we are in the biggest fight of all. And it's time to make the ones who created this stuff pay the price. We're not the ones that need to pay the price. We did nothing wrong. That's the gaslighting. We did nothing wrong. That's the gaslight. The reason why this message came in so clear yesterday, and I was going to come on and talk about it last night, but I was so tired. I said, okay, Spirit, when you need me to say this, I'll say it. We did nothing wrong. These beings sat around and put this all together and orchestrated this so they could have their outcome of getting as much of this done so you can go flatline. And they're doing their job of reduction of what's on the planet. Are you following what I'm saying? This is a huge to-do. This is why it's called the Great Awakening, because the illusion that we've been living in and have been truly denied to be our true, authentic God self has been hidden all this time. All this time. Our ancestors were the oldest race in the United States. Our ancestors, oldest race in the United States, oldest race on the planet. We're the ones that anchor in a lot of that vibration. We really do. And we're pulling everybody in as one nation. We hold that. Go back to the movie Diversion. Being a diversion. They were killing off all the diversion. Now once you switch it to a color. That was a hidden coded movie. And then it showed at the very end that the diversion people were important. They were needed, and that they were wrong for trying to kill them off and get rid of them. Go back and watch that movie, Divergent. Watch all of them, and you will see it. Okay, so here in California, I want you to pay attention to the energy, because that message I got early this morning about rioting energy coming in, and then GGN said, oh, we're never going to get back to normal. Yeah, you're right. We're never going to get back to normal because your butt is a part of the problem. And because that energy is a part of the problem, it has to get out. It has to be removed. Here's something else I just found out. Did you know that there are now, and I love this, missionaries, hidden missionary teams that have been put together to help, I don't know, move situations out of the area that's been causing the problems. Missionaries. Now, you know this is getting John Wick style. Yeah, they're not going to go after the good people. They're going after the real virus. Why am I smiling? Because it's good. And the weather, yes. We have a weather alert, because I spend a lot of time when I see something flash up. I really think sometimes somebody's giving me stuff in my phone, because then I go and look it up and I'm like, let me go research it. And there's a winter storm alert, but it's going to hit most of Northern California. So watch out in case people start losing power, because we got to get things taken care of. And the only way this gets taken care of, you lose power, then you can't be doing this, can't be going on the internet, connecting to your little minions. I'm talking about the dark ones. Can't connect to their minions and talk. Incognito can't talk. Then it's missionary time. John Wick time. Love John Wick. I'm sorry. You're probably thinking, being a healer, we should be compassionate to life. Yes, I am, to a certain point. But sometimes when there's an infestation of lower cockroaches type of beings that you have to get rid of, you have to do it. Because if you don't get rid of it, they keep coming back and they keep doing the same thing to the people, and that's not okay. None of this is our fault. But they have you paying for this, which you shouldn't be paying for at all. You should never have to pay for any of this. Because they put this out there to keep you from traveling, to make money off of a patent thing. They made this patent. When you make something patent, it means you're going to make money and business off of it. You own the rights to the patent. That's like if you decided you're going to make your soap and your wonderful stuff and you want to sell it in a business, you really hit it and you want to patent your work, right? You want to patent it. So nobody else comes along and steals it, right? Because you're going to make money off of it. Hence the word. This is why this is going on. And the whole plan, really, what they really want to do that's being messed with, they really want to do a 5-year plan of this type of stuff. 5 years. Knock off as many as they can. If you go and do this, knock off time. This is the time to stand in your sovereignty and wake up. They are not for you, they are against you. Period. Period. And this is the great lie. This is a great illusion. Living in an illusion, truly being denied to be who you really are. So here in California, the loss of jobs, businesses that have gone down, done all on purpose. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? GGN is talking about if you move out of the state of California, he's trying to push a bill through that for 10 years, you still have to pay taxes to the state of California, even if you go live in another state. GGN needs to, I don't know, you know what I'm thinking though. Tick tock, tick tock. So the reason why I'm saying this is because you're getting ready to hit a very crucial point. Yes, Texas was a perfect example. Look what happened to Texas. Like that. They are manipulating this weather. Haven't you ever noticed? Oh, look, the sun's out. Oh, what the hell? Where'd these clouds come from? Wasn't that the same thing how they did that in the Matrix? They manipulated the weather. And then Neo had to go up above the clouds to actually see the sun. And you got the Bill Gates talking about he wants to be able to black out the sun so that, keeping global warming under control. Yeah, right, whatever. We know what his whole plan is. Wake up. Always about the money. Follow the money. Yes. It's always about the money, people. I walked over so many masses yesterday downtown Sacramento. I walked over so many masks. People had dropped their masks on the ground and it's ending up in our water. Animals, fish, and things are going to get that stuff caught up on them. We still have not learned how to stop. Look, the hoarding show is one form of hoarding in a concentrated area, but we, as human beings on this planet, hoard all this plastic and trash and have yet to come up with the best way to get rid of it so that our planet, our mother, is not suffering from what we keep putting into her belly, into her water, in her bloodstream. No more dolphin whales. Yeah, if we don't have the dolphins and the whales, we're gone because they are a part of our lineage. They are a part of the frequency on this planet. Everything is a frequency. I cannot stress this enough. Learn the art of energy and frequency. Learn the art of numbers. Learn the art of watching how these beings talk on these TVs. Look at their eyes. If they're slit, that is a reptilian. Pay attention to that. Because some of the commercials that come on, I purposely look at it just to see, let me see the eyes, because I have a high definition TV in this room, and you can see everything. And it's kind of like shocking when you see it. That's when you will know, yeah, bye now, rest in peace. Yes, we are on TikTok time. So that's the message I wanted to share with everyone. California has a pattern, and it's set on purpose. The whole thing, what happened up in Paradise, done on purpose. Done on purpose. All of that. I want you to see this. Stop thinking that it just accidentally happened, or, it's global warming. No. See it. I need you to see it. Okay, now I'm going to go into the message of California. If you live in the state of California like me, yeah, Blackshot eyes, yeah, they can't hide that. Yeah, your high definition TV, your plasma TVs will show that. They have a hard time hiding that on these TVs. TV is going to be their exposure. Okay, so let's find out the message for California, because I did not like that dream that I had, how the riot energy is going to be coming into California. And then we're going to be on this, it looks like a curfew and all this stuff, trying to stretch it out as long as they can. Yeah, I'm happy to know that there are militias, military, hidden agenda groups out there taking care of the bad and John waking up. Thank God. They're not hurting the good people. They're out after the ones that's been causing the problem. All right, California, here we go. The bridging energy. Mm-hmm. The more we get the information out, the more aware you are. Understand why they are opening those borders. What are they after? Why do they need those people to come across? Why do they not make it to their destination? Why do they come up missing? Because if I was to tell you some of the things that I've seen, it's enough to make some of you shake to the core of your being. You would not want to believe it. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The things I've seen in remote viewing, in messaging things of a lot of us that are working together to try to help people understand what's going on. Once you see this info, you cannot unsee it in your mind. But it makes you more aware. So when you're walking about in everyday life and you see a child and there's something going on with their eyes, or they look lethargic, when you see a truck pull up and it doesn't have any kind of license plates or any kind of signs on the truck, it makes you wonder what's inside the truck. What's inside of it? If a truck driver sees you looking at the truck and they get nervous and they move their truck away from you, I had that happen, I think about 3 weeks ago. So a truck pulled up in the back, and I was kind of opening my blinds to see what was going on. And he was parking, and he made eye contact with me, and I was just looking. I was just looking. He didn't like the way I was looking at him. He actually took his truck and moved it. It was a hauling truck. Moved it further down. Made him nervous. That's how we have to be as warriors in our time right now. You have to be very visual. Stop going along in your everyday world just thinking, oh, let me go and do this. Watch, pay attention. Because I was told military-wise from a military high-up person himself, they do everything right in front of you because they know you don't see it because it's coded. How are you? Hi. Oh, hey, honey, from UK. Honey, oh my God. I know you're going through it. I know you're going through it. UK, let me tell you something. This is the message for all light workers that came through yesterday. Those of us that get the messages, we're trying to get it to the other team of people. If you think, for instance, that your life is just on this one timeline, you're sadly mistaken, because you're probably a part of the big coalition of other light workers that are working on other timelines, kicking ass, warriorship. I'm a part of that. I have a couple of other people in here right now that are a part of that team. Okay, you wake up tired in the morning. Because the other night, somebody was chasing me. I was on the run. And I woke up so tired. I was like, what's going on? And you get a little glimpse of where you were, but you're on different timelines. Okay? And there's a lot of people. Yes, yes, yes. It happens when you go to sleep. You leave this timeline and you're somewhere else. Okay? You're somewhere else. So the reason why we're trying to get this message out to everybody, New York, the stuff that's going on, yeah, recruiting kids, yes. The UK, all of that. It's all of those things. So I know. I was just talking about when we see stuff, you can't unsee it. And the things that I've seen, I will never be able to forget it. But if I can make a difference and go in and fight spiritually, I'm down with that. I'm good with that. And there's a lot of us that are doing it. We are not called light workers for nothing. Our light is what makes everything so bright. And this is why when you are awakening and when you are becoming more and more in your God light, you become a target for the darkness because it sees you. And the whole game is, let's see if we can put your light out. Let's see if we can get you to go dim. Let's see if we can find out where your weakness is so we can pull you down. Oh, your weakness is envy. Oh, your weakness is fear. Oh, your weakness is hate. Or your weakness is judgment of self or judgment of others. Or your weakness is alcohol. Or your weakness is drugs. Let's see how we can use that against you so that you don't shine so bright. How can we interfere with you? That's why they always call it the battle of the light and the dark. But what's happening, those of us that are the light worker, your body is becoming amplified and crystallized. You are going through physical changes. You're becoming crystalline. You're amplifying. You are radiating that energy. I love it. I hear you. So here's a message for California. We got a moving on card, but there's a 6 up here. That's a 6. So that's about the balance of the home, balance of the life, but moving on. Moving on. But remember, they're going to say we're moving on, but there's always trickery. Can't always trust it. There's going to be pride behind it. We have to nurture. We have to have the passion to take what's ours. I like this. This is nice. Almost looks like an arrow. The record keeper, the 3. What I've been saying. Let your light shine. Number 45, number 9. The main anchor to this whole thing. And this is what we want to look for, is the descending of the power. Descending of the power. Watching that negative energy power descend. We ascend, but watch that descend. Watch that descend. So I'm going to do another lay on top of that. Okay, got that moving on. The pride card, I'm going to do another bridge on top of that. How is that really bridging? Because that pride card is taking ownership. That nurture the light. We have to nurture our light. You have to protect your light. And in the UK, I just got word of Carl Vernon. He did his message. He got his message out. They are talking about putting the men, get this, putting the men on a curfew that all men have to be in the home at 6 o'clock. No men can be out. They're trying to pass that. Why are you going to tell your men, your warriors, that they can't be out past a certain time? What do you think? What do you think that's about? Moving the men out of the way. What do you think they didn't say women. Now, wouldn't you think they would say to protect the women and children, you would tell the children and the women to stay home? Why would they take the men out of it? I saw Carl was not happy. He was not happy to hear about that. All right. Here it is. Moving on. Partnership and alliance. There it is. Who are we making partnership with? Where's the alliance? Yeah, I saw that. Relationship change. Who are we needing to change relationship with in California? Is it GGN? Here it is. What's the root? The root chakra. What are we still believing in and staying in? Okay, the passion, and then the 35, release. We're in that releasing. Wanting that release. Damn. Soulcraft, coming from our soul. Nourishment. Okay, and here's another 10. All right, here it is. This week alone, everybody, bump up on your nourishment, because this is important cellular-wise. That water, that hydration, because they are amping up the energy. You have to remember, if you're going to change weather, you have to be using a certain amount of energy to get the results you want. So that energy is being pulled out of your body dehydrating you. A lot of people are complaining about dehydration. Your skin is drier, your hair is brittle, more eye irritation, ringing in the ears has increased. Okay. The achiness you're feeling because your body has to stay hydrated. Coconut water, getting that into your body is essential now. Okay. Nourishment. Got it in 3 places. So here's the deal. Be very visual these next 2 weeks. Pay attention to your surroundings, where you are going, because that dream vision that I had it happened fast. It's almost like it happened overnight. They came in, and the next thing you knew, we had this infestation of beings starting a riot warfare. And a lot of innocent people are going to be getting hurt in this. That shouldn't be getting hurt. Okay, because it's all going to be orchestrated to do what it's going to do. Follow the energy of what's happening in Oregon. Follow the energy what's happening in UK. Follow the energy what's happening in New York. Why is this energy happening? Because those of us that are rising up, they don't want that. They don't want you rising up. Here's another message that I got. And I kept saying, okay, lately there's been reports of people seeing a lot more UFOs. You want to know why you're seeing a lot more of those UFOs? Because dimensionally we're shifting, so you can see them. But there's a certain amount of UFO troops that are coming in, taking some of these things off of the planet and taking them somewhere else. Because our planet is so inundated. This is the best way I can describe this. Spirit is telling me to describe it like this, because some of you are not understanding what I'm saying when I say it's inundated with these particular beings. Okay, you know the movie Alien, The Covenant? Okay, remember when they go to this planet, there was no birds, there was water, there was no animals, everything was gone. And they're on this planet. But when they step on those pods, I've used this before, but this is a perfect analogy of these things. They step on these pods, these little particles come out and they go in and they land into the nose or the ear and they grow, and then they come into a life force energy. They're using that body as a host to grow. So now they're using that body to grow. And as they're using that body to grow, then they come on and they take on their true essence species of the alien, the being. So I want you to go back 455,000 years ago. Yeah, that should shift your mind right there. Go back 455,000 years ago, when all this stuff started, when we became enslaved down here. Okay? If you go back to that, when our DNA was first manipulated, back in that time, the beings that have gotten out of hand now on this planet, on this earth plane, that do these things without having a soul. Okay, they do these things. They're soulless beings that do these things. There's nowhere else to keep putting them. So a lot of the UFOs that you're seeing is a part of the Federation star families that are linked to a lot of us that are coming down here, hauling off these beings, taking them somewhere else and getting rid of them, so they don't come back and keep the cycle going. We are in a crucial moment of breaking the cycle. We're breaking it at all costs. We're breaking it. You cannot afford to do this because it puts you back to sleep. Okay? It really does. So that's the message of California. Grab your journals, have them on hand. I am only going to do a 2-card read for everyone because I got busy in here. Hey, everyone. And you will get your message of the day. Now, here's the deal. Your message of what you get is what you are going to set your intentions with to journal on, to add to your creation of what you did yesterday. So if you watched the video that was on Instagram yesterday, and the reason that's why I'm over here, because I really hate it when everyone gets bumped off because the server for Instagram isn't allowing people. It's kind of weak. It's not strong. It's not strong enough to hold people. So people get bumped off. And then again, when you're a light worker, because certain beings don't like what you do, they create energy problems. Come on now. We know that. Okay. So exactly what happens in the UK is how it'll show up here in the US. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Can everyone hit the like button so that I can get the energy moving with this? Because we got to trick the computer system. Okay, so the ones that you are going to get your message from is going to be this, the crystal one, because it has its numbers on it. And the other crystal one. Okay, these are going to be the 2 cards. Spirit says, keep it simple. I'm like, okay. So this one's on the top. This one's bottom. As above, so below. Okay. Okay, first one I'm doing. Hi, Sequoia. Hi. Hi. Okay, first person I'm doing. I'm going to go in. Okay, it looks like I have Deb. I have Sequoia. I have Lisa. Okay, I'm going to go Deb, Sequoia, Lisa, and type in, if you can, underneath Lisa for the next read, because then I can go by this list. And then, sorry, it's been so long. I guess Spirit really wants to get the information out. Okay, here we go. Deb, this is your message that you will be journaling on and adding in your intention for your journal. Adding it on. Message from above. And below. Okay, message. So shall it be. 333 code, so shall it be. The stone you're working with is a diamond, Master Babaji. 35, that is an 8. So shall it be for you, Deb. So shall it be. I love that diamond. OMG, talk about the tree agate and that's scolalite. I like that. Number 16, 7. This is yours. That is yours. Crystal grid. And you're dealing with peace. Yeah, that's right on the money, isn't it? Peace. I need peace. Okay. So how does so shall it be? The codes of 333 of 35. That 8. And then your number in this 16 is a 7 for spirit. Okay, perfect. Okay, and I got Christine. Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Does everybody like it better on the YouTube for the reads? Is it a lot easier for you? I hope it is. I'm good with change. Okay, my next one is Sequoia. Message of the day. My head is buzzing. Have you guys been feeling that buzzing lately? Like your head is tingling? I get that once a day now. All right, here we go. Safe to be seen. Ooh, I like that. Archangel Gabriel, number 11, code 444. Safe to be seen. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Turquoise. That is good. I love that color. Turquoise. Yes, I will. Krista, I got you. I got you. Look at that. Okay. OMG. Black Phantom Quartz, number 17. Channel. What are you channeling? Get in there and start doing your channeling. Good connection. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good grid. I love this. Okay. Here's that grid. You see how the circle is here? And then the other circle, the vesicle? That is us, what we're going through right now. That's splitting between 3 and 5. Okay, so 17, channel, Black Phantom Quartz, and then Safe to be Seen, Archangel Gabriel, turquoise, number 11, but your code energy is 444. So I'm going to tell you guys a little secret about these codes that you see. There's a lot of belief that when you see the codes 333, 222, 111, 444, they're hitting message times of the day when it's hitting you. Means you're getting your downloads, means you're getting a jolted memory on something you need to be aware of, pay attention to, what timeline you're on. In the new timeline of the fifth dimension, you have to be aware where you are because you're being calibrated so that you can be on that fifth dimensional energy. Okay. Lisa. Don't go anywhere, Lisa. Okay. This is for Lisa in UK. We're so happy to have you here with us and be so light. We're all just hanging in together. Okay, Lisa, here's your message of the heavens from above. Okay. Hello. Ooh, Lisa, you got this one. Daring Rebirth. Code number 888. 45, Goddess Ishtar. Astral Flight. This is yours. That's a power card. That's a heavy power card. Okay, and that 41 is a 5. 5 energy. Message, Daring Rebirth. I love it. 21, Calcite Fairy Stone. Setting out the boundaries, making sure you have the boundaries. And you're working with Metatron's Cube. 21, work with that and also strengthening having your boundaries. And a lot of us need to have that. Okay, so Daring Rebirth. Some of us are going through rites of passage right now. I'm going through one. It's on the other timeline that gives you the warriorship initiation. So everybody that's in here, here's the key. If you've been showing up to these readings and you've been doing your work, you are a part of that team. Gotcha. There you go. There's a reason why you come here. You get your messages, you decipher it, you get your info. Okay, did you get that? So your boundaries, 21, not 3, when you're manifesting. You're going to work with that calcite fairy stone. Love fairy stones. They're awesome. And then you have Goddess Ishtar and the Astrophyllite and Daring Rebirth. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then I have, okay, Krista, I have you. Okay, here we go. Krista, here's yours. You're so welcome, Lisa. Oh, Angel Urzeria, Smoky Quartz, code number 44418. There's a cycle coming to an end with you. Heavenly Mercy. What is the mercy? What is the energy you need to release? Who's still bothering you? What's the energy? See, you still hanging on to a little something, something, something. Number 25, you got that love card. What's going on? 7 is in the spirit. That rose quartz. That rose quartz. There it is. Okay. So 9, that 1 and 8 comes to a 9. Heavenly Mercy, Smoky Quartz. 25, love card, rose quartz. Here's the thing. And I'm going to leave everybody with this, and I'm going to wrap this up because all of us have to get to our locations today to amplify our light. And I'm going to leave you with this question. Take the information that you've just gotten from here and take your journal today. You're welcome, darling. I need every single one of you to start to love your life and love yourself. Why am I saying it to you in that way? Because if you love your life and you love yourself, it becomes a strong shield around you. There is a reason for our light to be bright. A triangle shape it's hard to penetrate this, a protection of light around you. So no matter what is going on right now, no matter where you are right now, no matter what, I need you to love your life and love yourself. Because being an amplification and carrying that light energy strengthens you, makes you stronger. Because the head games that are coming are going to be tearing down you emotionally. So you have to have it strong. We're in the heart of warriorship right now. And that means we need to be there for each other. Okay, that means we are there for each other. That doesn't mean we're catering to each other's, no victimhood, but we're here to strengthen and empower. Each and every one of us have that God power light in us. And we have to stand in it now. And it's for ourselves as well as for the children. They are our future, as well as the animals of the whales and the dolphin. We don't have that, we're gone. As well as the honeybees. We don't have that, we're definitely gone. How about that? So each and every one of you that showed up today, get your book, your journal. You started your abundance and you want to add more abundance to it. Please set your intentions and do that. Take the messages that you got from your cards, add that into your journal. And then I want you to put in how you love your life. If there's stuff that's out of balance right now, you are going to recreate the script and write how you love your life of how you want it to be. Not wanting it, how you desire it to be. You're going to pretend that you're living that life already. That's the trick to it. I had so much abundance yesterday, I didn't know what to do with myself. And I love abundance of good, loving surprises. And I had a lot of that yesterday, and it was wonderful. I had a wonderful, good time. I was nourished. I got messages right and left. And then wherever you're going today, shine your light bright. And here's the thing. Thank you. Those of you that are sitting back on your light language, you need to start speaking it. Because light language, when you speak your divine language that is given to you at the time of your creation of your soul, that is your birthright. That is your blueprint. Light language is the oldest language. It's the original language. Okay, it's a part of our star family. It's a part of who we are. Your light language, when you speak it, shifts the energy around you, will shift the energy of anybody that's on a lower vibrational or dark energy, will shift the energy of healing in your body when you're talking it, because it is the divine sacred language. Stop trying to analyze what you're saying and start feeling what you're saying. Get out of the head, go into the higher heart, and come from there. Fifth dimension requires higher heart connection and crown. We're living from here. Third dimension has you living from solar plexus and root down. This is all fear and how am I going to survive and da 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 da. Those are the energies that get kind of caught up in here. So today, for the next 9 days or more, until I see you next Sunday, everyone start speaking your light language. I don't care if you just do it for a few minutes. Someone gets in your space and they're negative, just say, oh, so speak your divine language. Speak it. If you're doing healing work with someone and you're in that space, speak your language. Because you're shifting and changing things. Lisa, it's been a pleasure to have you here from UK. Thank you for being a warrior. Sequoia, thank you for being a warrior. Deb, thank you for being a warrior. Krista, thank you for being a warrior. And the two sitting in the background that did not want themselves to be revealed, obviously we got your attention. So you have been, I don't know, brought in to be so light. You're part of the tribe. Because obviously we got your attention. All right, lovelies. Go out. You know what you're here to do. Did this last 2 years now. Love my life. Cool. I love it. Oh, honey, beautiful. Go out and be where you need to be. Make a difference. Be the love you want to see. And we are going to hold that light. Hold the light. Hold it. All right, lovelies. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you so much. Do your writing and create. Come from that place of abundance. Come from that place of connection. Come from that place of writing everything in. Okay? I hope this was good for you. I think we're going to have to just start having it here on YouTube so that everyone can get on. It was a lot easier for me to assist you. So next Sunday or any other fill-ins of messages, I'll leave a message in Instagram, leave a little something, something over there, and then I'll come and do the book over here. All right. All right. Much love. Be the love you want to be in the world. Keep your light strong. Be inspired. Live your divine soul right, your sovereignty. Step into it. It is not our fault at all. We do not consent to the energies that constructed this craziness that's going on and still trying to play it out. We do not consent to it. You have been put on notice, you lower life beings that have been creating this. Our star families are coming out, and everybody is uniting in their heart and their love. We are the ones with the divine souls. We were perfectly designed, and we are standing in unity. Let that be the start of the week, shall it? All right, everyone go out and do what you came to do. Be your divine selves. Much love to all of you. My heart walks with you. Bye.